Everyone in TV land. This is Focus on Liberia online television, and you are listening to the Focus on Liberia Daily News with Gwendolyn Dorado. I bring you the headlines. Speaker Kofa applauds Ways, Means and Finance Committee for discovering extra US $51 million in revenue. Mines and Energy Buzz entreats MNG Gold towards China Union facilities. NEC declares Twayan and Sokan winners of by-elections. Buakai's appointees acting at LTA is unnecessary. GTMS donates brand new 18,000 BTU air conditioners to Buchanan Port, and President Buakai appoints Prince Johnson. Those were the headlines, and I'll bring you the news in details. On Thursday, following the House Ways, Means and Finance Committee's report, Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler allowed nearly all lawmakers in session to provide input during the budget deliberations. While lawmakers praised the committee for discovering additional revenue, they also called for a proper allocation of the budget to have a tangible impact on the districts. Speaker Kofa proposed giving the funds to LACE to execute projects designated by lawmakers in the districts. This, he said, will enable the lawmakers exercise their oversight responsibility to ensure the projects are successfully implemented and money is accounted for through audits. Observers said Speaker Kofa is aiming to prevent repeat of situations by openly opposing the idea of direct budget allocation to lawmakers beyond their salaries and allowances. Last week, the Joint Committee on Ways, Means and Finance of the 55th Legislature discovered an additional $51 million in revenue for fiscal year 2024, raising the total draft to $743.859 million. The discovery was made during the budget scrutiny as mandated by Liberia's public finance law. Speaker Kofa commended the committee for scrutinizing the budget, focusing on health care and education, urging that they must address issues like volunteer teachers and health care workers and ensure that clinics meeting Ministry of Health standards receive funding, while those needing upgrades are supported to meet the standards. Minister of Mines and Energy Wilmot Pay has emphasized the measures ensuring the country benefits from its mineral resources and reviewed and, where applicable, meet required global standards. To demonstrate this commitment, the Mines and Energy Minister has engaged practically visiting operational facilities of mining concessionaires in Liberia to assess the state of the mineral and mining sectors. Amid concerns from Liberians regarding the decision of MNG Gold Liberia, the first industrial mining company in post-war Liberia, to decommission its operations in Kokoya, Bon County, central Liberia. Minister Pay has called on the company not to decommission its operations, but to consider resuming them after the suspension spanning several months. Official of MNG Gold informed Minister Pay's delegation to their concession area that they halted active mining in November 2022 due to what they attributed to economic reasons, such as low level of gold availability in Kokoya, which did not meet their expectations. They disclosed that they are now prospecting in other counties, including Riverside. At China Union, Minister Pay inquired why the company no longer has a Liberian government representative and called for a review in the regard. He has urged China Union to remain open to engaging with the ministry and the government at large, emphasizing the need for more Liberian representation in their management structure. Before the engagement, Minister Wilmot Pay had met with the managements of ArcelorMittal and Western Cluster Class A mining companies operating under a mineral development agreement authorized by the legislature. He and his team are expected to further engage with other companies this week to assess operational realities, among others. The National Elections Commission has declared Yan D. Twayan and Jeremiah Gawo Sokan the winners of legislative by-elections in Nimba and Grand Jeddah counties, respectively. Twayan contested the Nimba senatorial by-election as the candidate of the ruling Unity Party, while Sokan as an independent candidate for the electoral district number 1, Grand Jeddah County. She announced that Sokan received the highest number of votes of 3,168, constituting 30.74% of valid votes, and that Twayan also received the highest votes of 67,138, constituting 59.27% of valid votes. Madam Brown Lasana thanked the people of Nimba County and Electoral District number 1, Grand Jeddah County, for their peaceful participation in the April 23, 2024 by-elections. The Commission also applauded the general support of local, regional, and international organizations, including Democracy International, Leon, ISA, and ECC, among others, and all national, regional, and international observers who observed. President Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr. suspended all 5 members of the Board of Commissioners of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority over the weekend and has reportedly sent in his appointees to acting pending an entity audit. This happened when the president has tried unsuccessfully to replace the commissioners who hold tenure positions, especially after the Supreme Court of Liberia ruled last Thursday that such a move by the president violated their rights. Workers at the LTA said rather than President Boakai sending his appointees to act while the investigation is ongoing, it would have been appropriated to ask deputies of the commissioners to act instead, pending a full investigation. They continued that President Boakai does not want the current LTA Board of Commissioners as it is being indicated. He may remove them by directly engaging them about the salaries and benefits as enshrined in the law, given that their tenures have not expired and they could be paid. They told reporters, taking the opportunity to caution President Boakai to proceed circumspectly as he continues to form his government by avoiding pitting Liberians against one another for the sake of jobs, saying they are all one, irrespective of party politics. As part of its corporate social responsibility, the Global Tracking Maritime Solution Liberia over the weekend made a donation of an 8,000 BTU air conditioners to the Port of Buchanan. Making the presentation, the Human Resource Manager and Chief Liaison Officer, Mr. Samuel Kofi Jones III, said the donation is an initial step towards helping in the improvement of the Port of Buchanan, and also promised that the port management and his company will invest $150,000 to strengthen the ISPS department by installing CCTV and other cybersecurity equipment in the port. Receiving the item, the newly appointed port manager and former senator of Grand Bassa County, Jonathan L. Kape, thanked the GTMS management for the timely gesture and promised that the items presented will be used for their intended purposes. Kapi further pointed out that his office is open to new ideas and looks forward to working with GTMS and stressed that major renovation and new development works are ongoing to revamp the Port of Buchanan. For his part, the compliance manager of GTMS, Mr. Eustace Carroll Garrick, welcomed the idea of development. In early February 2024, Major General Johnson retired from the AFL and was nominated as the Minister of Defense by President Boakai. He resigned after confirmation by the Liberian Senate due to protests by wives of military officers accusing him of corruption, but denied the misuse of military funds and said he wanted to instill discipline in the army. On Sunday, April 28, President Joseph Yuma Boakai appointed Major General Prince Charles Johnson III as director of the National Security Agency, despite the investigation results not being released yet. President Boakai promised in his inaugural address to end business as usual, reflecting on socio-economic challenges, and reaffirmed his commitment to change Liberia. He said the women's grievances would be investigated and addressed. He appointed special investigators on February 12th, promising a report within 2 weeks. However, it's more than a month and there's no report yet. That does it for the Focus on Liberia Daily News. I bring you a recap of the headlines. Speaker Kofa applauds Ways, Means and Finance Committee for discovering extra US $51 million in revenue. Mines and Energy Boss entreats MNG Gold towards China Union facilities. NEC declares Tuayen and Sokan winners of by-elections. Boakai's appointees acting at LTA is unnecessary. GTMS donates brand new 8,000 BTU air conditioners to Buchanan Port, and President Boakai appoints Prince C. Johnson. On behalf of the management and staff of Focus on Liberia, many thanks to our listeners and viewers. We urge that you keep following us and share our videos. My name is Gwendolyn Dorado. I present it.